As part of my anvil haul from last fall that I've posted about in a bunch of other videos, I also picked up two Swage blocks. One went to my best friend, and then I kept the smaller one, the one right there at the bottom in the foreground. The reason I picked up another Swage block is because I've got one tiny one for like spoons and stuff, and then I have a huge, like 200 pounder. And right now my steak anvil is sitting in the middle of it. So I figured it'd be nice to have another one, especially for the price. I had the Swage block soaking in evaporust about halfway. So let's see what the difference looks like. 24 hours and it just went away. Looky there. Swage block, after it went in on both sides for 24 hours each side. I had a little bit of a line there, but it scrubbed right out. I'm real happy with that. I sketched up a few ideas in my notebook and figured out like kind of where I wanted things and kind of how much space I needed. And then I changed that and added some stuff. Yep, everything lines up. All the clearance I need. And it's gonna be a fine home for this block. I really do. Well, all the pieces cut out. Wasn't a lot of fun and a little bit of measuring and some math, but they're all cut out and all ground. So at some point this week, I'll get it all welded together. All right, I fibbed. I just went ahead and welded it all together. Now, I've got where my small block fits on the top, and then my tiny little spoon block, I actually made a slide for it to go in as well. So all welded up. I need to clean it up. You know, I am a better grinder than a welder, so I'm going to clean it up and get it painted. The block sitting there in the other orientation. Yep. Super high-tech spray booth, and I've cleaned up some of the exterior welds with the grinder, and I'm going to go ahead and clean it off and get the Swage block stand primed. At least one coat of primer on it tonight before the sun goes down. First coat on. All right, 2 coats in this direction. Let that dry and then put the first coat of green on. Tape up the areas where the Swage is going to slide, and not like super meticulously, but there's no reason to paint those. I'm just gonna put some wax over those because the paint will get worn off first use anyway. First coat of the finished color on. Let that cook till tomorrow, and then I'll put another coat on. Final coat on. I think I'm going to let that cook off in the sun and the heat for the next couple of days, and we'll be good to go. Well, the paint's complete. So I got 3 coats on the top and 3 coats on the bottom, a couple coats of primer. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some whey oil here on the bright parts where the Swage blocks are gonna sit. And yeah, happy with that. All right, let's put stuff on it and see how she looks. Well, the blocks are in. I oiled them up. I'm good, and everything fits just like it's supposed to. Really happy to get one more project on the list done and dusted and ready to be put to work. So thank you again for following along. I really appreciate you sticking with this video and this build. Thanks much.